Hi everyone, this is Robbie with Warriorspirit-teachings. How's it going today? Hope everybody's good. All right, so I want to just start off with a little prayer for all of us, kind of just get some good energy flowing. It's good to pray. So go ahead and light some sage. All right. Thank you, Tinkashala, for this beautiful day. Thank you for all of my family, my friends. Thank you for all the experiences that I've had, all the lessons that I've gained. Tinkashala, I ask you to please watch out for all of us. Please bless our lives and protect us. Protect our health. Please protect our mental health during these uncertain times. I ask you to bless all of us. Help us to become strong. Help us to be safe, healthy, and happy. And release and move away all negativity. Thank you, Tinkashala, for everything. Matakyo Yase. It's gonna set this down over here and put this out really quick here. There's lots of smoke going today. All right, if you hear a little bit of background noise, don't be alarmed. It's my little dog Stanley. I have a little Cocker Spaniel. He's actually right over there, right behind the camera. So he gets to sleeping, and man, he really can get kind of loud. So hopefully the mic isn't picking it up too loud. So if you hear some like heavy breathing, a little bit of snoring, that would be Stanley. Okay. So actually, quite a few of my videos that I've done so far, they, have a little bit of a lighter energy to them. And, honestly, I wasn't thinking that I even wanted to do a video today, but because the energy is just so heavy. I don't know if maybe some of you can feel that, but it just feels so dense and heavy, like in my body. My first reaction is I kind of just want to go hole up for a little while and, go smudge, put my rocks around me, maybe go take a long salt bath, something like that. That's what I like to do when things get a little too heavy, a little too intense. I just kind of like to, just kind of remove myself from all the chaos and everything that's going on and do that. But but then a good friend of mine said, hey, it's probably a good time to actually just film and to communicate kind of what you're going through, and maybe it'd help somebody out. So I thought, that's okay, because I'm a huge planner and I like to plan out kind of like the talks that I'm gonna do on this channel. But I think there is something for just going in the moment and going with what's currently going on and the feelings, the energies, everything like that. So so that's, I guess, what I'm gonna do today, and hopefully it kind of resonates with some of you guys. So as all of you know, the energies in the world right now are just really heavy and dense and harsh. Not all of it, not every day, but there's a lot of darkness out there, and I'm sure a lot of you are aware of it. And You know, and also too, there's just so much information that's being thrown around at us too, between the news, between social media, people talking, people coming up with ideas and speculations, and it's really easy right now to get overwhelmed because there's so many theories and concepts going around and conspiracy theories. But then at the same time, it's like, is that person that's saying something that sounds like a conspiracy theory, is that truth or not? And, you know, granted, I don't have all the answers. And I'm sure that all of you kind of feel like that too, because none of us really have the answers of what's going on, you know, in the world currently. And, you know, I live in the United States, and so, you know, there's been a whole lot going on with politics and the government and just everything. You know, them storming the Capitol and just all kinds of stuff. So I'm not going to like really go into politics in this video. So don't click out, stick in there with me. But, yeah, I mean, it does affect things. Even if you aren't somebody that's like political and watches the news all the time or checks it out on the internet or reads it in the newspaper, I mean, it does affect you. And I'm sure that some of you that are watching this are similar to me, and you know, I'm really sensitive to energy. I mean, you know, the word empathic, I would say I'm definitely empathic. I have the ability to pick up people's energies, and also too, to kind of like feel out and see what the person is really about. I'm able to really tell if somebody's lying, like through my intuition, and what's the really, like, what is the energy, like what does the energy say behind the words? Because as all of you know, there's so many things that are going on, and so many people put on masks and they portray themselves in a certain way, but that's not their true intentions. That's not really who they are or what they mean or what they stand by. And wow, right now more than ever, I mean, there's just so many smoke and mirrors. It's crazy. And so I wanted to do this video to kind of help you through that. Maybe give you something else to, like, a different way to think about it. Since we're all going through this, I mean, it isn't just the United States. I mean, all over the globe. I mean, there's so many different things that are going on in each country. This is crazy. But there's all reason for it, you know. There's all a purpose. God has a reason for it, you know, and I do believe that. And I do believe that goodness and the light will prevail, that the darkness will be eradicated, and that good will prevail. And bear with me because, you know, I'm just gonna just be me, I guess, just talk. And so, you know, just gonna be me, gonna be real. So, well, as far as all that's going on in the world, and the energies and all these different things, you know, and everybody I'm sure that's watching this is in a different stage in their life, maybe not stage, but like a perspective, the way that they see the world and their lives. So I kind of want to try to keep it general. I mean, maybe down the road I'll go into like certain spiritual concepts and stuff. But what I would have to say is that, you know, times like this, like things that are going on globally, or even just in your life. You know, say you have a situation going on where there's somebody in your life that you can't quite figure them out. You know, you can't tell if they're lying, if they're telling the truth, you know, but you know that you like kind of feel inside of you that there's some kind of deceit going on. What I would suggest to you is that, you know, to like be aware and listen to what's going on, as far as like, you know, listen to the news, listen to everything that's going on in the world, but don't get lost in it and absorbed into it too much. You know, if you go down that, I don't really like the term of rabbit hole, but I mean, that's kind of true. If you go too far down there, I mean, you're going to have a hard time getting back out there, getting back out of it. I mean, so yeah, be aware, but then also too, like, limit how much that you are involved in the negativity. And don't let yourself be bombarded by all the negativity, and don't let it bring you down. It's easier said than done, because, you know, today I'm pretty melancholy myself, but it's good in a sense, you know. It teaches you a lesson if you allow it to, instead of just your emotions getting the best of you. Like, as far as, you know, if there's something that's disturbing, I'm not saying that you have to just get over it and that it's okay. It's not, but these times are kind of a good lesson to learn how to like monitor and manage your emotions, so that you just don't let it tear you up. Easier said than done, though. So yeah, my advice as far as how to kind of deal with everything that's been going on, and if you're in a situation in your personal life rather than like globally, with something where you're just not sure exactly like what the truth is, I would suggest that you try to like connect with your intuition. And to break that down, like, you know, I'm sure a lot of you are aware of like, what is your intuition? It's kind of like, you know, it's that voice inside. It's that kind of like that higher knowing, that connection to God and the angels, like whatever it is that you believe in that, you know, brings you advice. It's also too, it's, you know, it's that feeling in your chest. Like, some people get their intuition through their heart, or it's like that gut feeling, and some people get their intuition through their gut. And I would say that my biggest piece of advice is don't get stuck in like in a rut, like following down this path or that path or the other. You know, like, what I would suggest is, out of like all of the stuff that's out there and exposed to us right now as far as information, and to be able to not get stuck in the smoke and mirrors, is to really step back from all of it, which is so hard because there's so many people, like, you know, that are talking to you. I've got friends, family, like everybody has a different idea, different opinion of like what's going on. And then you'll read something here on the internet, you'll read something on the news, or hear something on the news and see it and read it in a newspaper. I mean, it's all just completely different. So I would highly just suggest that you just try to like go within and like sit with it and figure out like what sounds like the truth to you, and sit down and pray, meditate, whatever that is that you do to connect yourself to the higher power, to God. I would do that. And the thing is don't let anybody make decisions for you. don't just listen to what your parents, your friends, the news, social media, all these different outlets. Everybody's like has a different viewpoint, and they have something that they think you should think too. And, you know, I think that you should really just keep yourself as a free thinker. Allow yourself to think freely and figure out what does resonate with you. And I know it's so hard right now because we're being so bombarded with different information, but like I said, just sit with it and see what like actually resonates with you and feels good in your heart. Because then whatever feels good in your heart and in your gut, that's the right answer. That's the right thing to do. So, you know, I'm sure I've been kind of just rambling, and it's just kind of like all over, because like I said, this is totally a spontaneous video, but and just an idea, but I just kind of wanted to just maybe talk about this a little bit, because there is just, I mean, our lives haven't slowed down, you know, our individual lives haven't slowed down. We still have work, we still have things going on in our own personal lives, but then now like, you know, our countries, like our cities, then our countries, and then the world itself. I mean, it's just so chaotic and crazy. So it's so hard. And I guess that's why I started out this channel, like talking about a little bit about mental health, because that is so important right now. I mean, right now we're just being so bombarded by everything, and it's stressful and chaotic. And even if you are like me, where you try to like limit how much you watch on TV or how much you see on social media, and I kind of try to like detox and get away from that stuff, because I don't want to get sucked in. Like, I want to be aware, so I am, but I'm not going to sit there and obsess on it, because that's not the path that I want. That's not the life that I want. And I think that there's something really true about that. I mean, if you've heard about manifestation, like the law of attraction, what you think is what you will receive, that the universe mirrors. The energy that you put out, it mirrors and brings it back to you. So, you know, if you're stressed out and you're worried and you're thinking you're going to get sick, because I mean, that's a big thing going on right now, right? If you're going to get sick, if the government's going to collapse, if, I don't know, just even if you were like worried about like money or losing a job or a relationship or something like that, like when you sit there and you stress and you worry and you focus on it, worry is just like a negative prayer, basically. It's just you're focusing and putting out the energy so much of worry that you're going to bring it back to yourself. So I would definitely suggest to really think about like what you're thinking, and try to make that like more positive, so that, you know, you can have the life that you want and you can have the experiences that you want. And the biggest thing too is that I feel that's going on right now is emotional manipulation. And so that's, you know, that's another reason why I wanted to do this video, is because when there's so much chaos going on, so many smoking mirrors, so much information thrown at us left and right, and all these different viewpoints and perspectives, like it just messes with your mind. And when it messes with your mind, it messes with your emotions. And so we're like in emotional like chaos. Unless you've worked really hard and have worked on it for years to where you're able to manage your emotions, whether it's through like deep breathing exercises, meditation, yoga, or just your train of thought, like you're thinking, like you catch yourself going down a negative pattern and you learn how to correct yourself and to come back on to like a positive train of thought. And, it takes time to be able to learn all of that. So that's why I want to do this video, because it makes me sad, and it makes me worried for the human population at large, that not everybody has the tools to be able to manage their emotional state, to manage their mental state. And so, and honestly, it's kind of bringing up some emotions right now, in the sense of it just kind of, it upsets me, that this is going on, that all of us are being tried so hard, that we're all being affected in some way or another by everything that's going on globally, how it's affecting even our individual states, how it's affecting our cities, and then how it's affecting our lives. I mean, our lives, like just in our homes. And so, guess what I want to say is my little perspective, I guess, on all of that. But at the same time that, that I'm being real, and I'm not being upbeat and like super happy and stuff like that. And, but I don't want it, like this conversation, to make you nervous or make you scared. So, maybe I guess in the title I should put trigger warning or something like that. But, I know without a doubt that we'll get through this. I know that we will. Each of us individually, each of us as our whole countries, our different individual countries, and as a world, as a people. I know that we'll get through this. And so I'm just asking you to stay strong and look out for yourself like you would a best friend, and care for yourself. Give yourself extra self-love during this time. It's so important. If there's something that you need, that you need mentally, like, if you need to like go to some counseling or visit with a trusted friend, or, watch some more self-help videos, things like that. If you feel like you're slipping as far as your mental health, like, please go out there and get it for yourself. Treat yourself like you would a best friend. Don't put yourself on the back burner right now. And if there's something you need, like as far as like physically, like, like say maybe you've been just working so hard and you need to like take some time off, like do that. Like, just love yourself and really take care of yourself right now. So anyway, I hope that, maybe I could share a little bit of light, put a little bit of light on the subject. Also too, by talking about it, like that's bringing it to the surface, bringing it to the light, A lot of folks and stuff that I've kind of been watching and talking to and stuff like that, everything seems just so kind of vague, things aren't really concrete, and then it's vague in the whole world, like I was saying, the smoke and mirrors, there's so much information that's being thrown around right now. It's like, how can you have any clarity? But I just hope that, maybe like this will help you somewhat to realize, like, yeah, there's a whole lot going on, but to not focus on that as much. Like, to not focus on what's going on. Like, yeah, be aware, but take care of yourself. And now more than ever, don't let anybody do your thinking for you. Like, always be a free thinker. Think for yourself. So, yep, now is the time to hang in there, be strong, and know we're going to get through this. And to, I guess the premise of the name of my channel, like Warrior Spirit Teachings, like, now's the time to be a warrior. Like, tap into that. Tap into your strength, because even if you are feeling like you're not strong enough and something's getting the best of you, trust me, you are strong enough. You're stronger than you know. I promise. And just keep that connection with God going, or the Creator, the great mystery, whatever it is that you believe in, that higher power. Keep that connection going. And then just try your hardest to just live a positive, good life, and then just spread more positivity and joy. And so that, I'm going to leave you there with that. And I'm just praying for you, praying for all of you out there, all of us during these times. And I know that it will be okay in the end. So stay strong, stay safe, healthy, and happy. I'll see you next time.